You will? Who's this? Hello everyone. I am here now. How are you guys doing? Hey, Sarah. Right, I need to... Let's see, are you in the channel yet? No? Okay, I should probably boot up the game first then. Alright, yeah. Hopefully we'll get through chapter 3 this session. Let's launch.
DanganRonpa.
Yeah, I'm back, Drac. Let me go ahead. Pull up Twitch on my phone. Hello. Let me know when you're in the call, Sarah and Will. Do what we usually do. Oh, damn. So, yeah, last where we left off, we found out about Alter Ego. Then we lost Alter Ego. Then Hifumi died. And now Intaka is dead. Okay, hang on. Let me go on Discord then. Let me join Sarah. Hello!
Hello.
Let me screen share. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so let's continue on. Oh yeah, Drac, you might have not been here when me bit the dust. We left him alone in the nurse's office, and then someone whacked him in the head with a mallet really hard. At least it seems, so... I was witness to 2 nightmares, one after another. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. True nightmares, this reality. The reality I have to face every day. Still. What? Why is this? Oh, hello? Oh, must be Sarah. I'm not seeing anything on the activity feed, so. Hey. Hey. It's fine. Hope you're doing well. Why is this happening? Alright, so... take a look at the mallet and our hammer. Now it's just this hammer 4 and it's even bigger than before. Is that suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too? Toko? Don't tell me Toko too.
Relax, she just passed out when she saw the blood.
The blood? Oh, that's right. When Toko's Toko, she has a fear of blood, huh?
We've tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now.
It's like you said, I should just leave her alone for now.
However,
But why is it Justice Hammer 4?
Huh? What do you mean?
Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, then Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. But this time it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3?
I think it hit Hifumi.
what?
What's the matter?
Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me.
Out with it. You know something?
Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Fumi's dead too.
What? Hey!
Hifumi's been killed?
Yeah.
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. And we'd better go check it out.
Didn't Monokuma make an announcement that a body has been discovered? These two probably weren't in the same room as the TV though, so that might be why.
Damn.
Of course, come on.
So Sakura, Byaku, and I rushed out of the physics lab. Oh, that's a good point, Sarah. Yeah, because there was no other alarm of... Oh yeah, that's actually really clever, yeah. So they'd have to have... God, are there two killers on this then? Or like, wasn't there like a ruling that two people couldn't kill, but they could kill like two people? Oh yeah, that is true. So, two people could have possibly have done it. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab...
Oh,
Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office?
Something has come up. Yeah, I heard. Hifumi is dead, right?
indeed.
Well, that is not all. It is gone.
Huh? What's gone?
It has disappeared.
Disappeared?
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It's disappeared. Don't be ridiculous.
Hey, Nero. What error? What are you talking about, Nero?
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here?
Hey!
Everyone, back to the nurse's office.
Is everything okay, Nero? I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office, completely out of breath. I couldn't believe my eyes. His body was there just a few minutes earlier. Just disappeared. Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but we were only gone for like a minute. And then when we got back...
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural.
Hold on, what do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
Can't Taka 2? It can't be. It can't be.
Hina.
Calm down.
We're all gonna die. All of us are gonna kill all of us.
Then who might the next target be? Toko?
Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room.
Well,
We left her at the scene of the crime. We didn't have a choice. She passed out. She refused to wake up.
huh?
So she is still unconscious.
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing. Why? Annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
Calm down, you forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me.
Everyone stop fighting. Right now we need to hurry back. Can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Yakia, if anything, something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you.
We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. Ran back to the equipment room at full speed, and when we got there... Toko! Thank God you're okay. I think the other body's now gone, though. For right away I noticed. There's something very different here. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right there, had disappeared.
This is...
This can't be happening.
I love how worried Baikyo works now.
Are we hallucinating all this or something?
No, it's not hallucination. Blah 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 blah. I know I saw it before. What I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this is hidden the body.
Why would they do that?
I couldn't possibly begin to imagine.
Okay.
Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree.
Huh?
We gotta hurry up, catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
So, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Huh?
Huh? Sarah?
Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well,
Um...
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone was together on the 3rd floor.
it is so.
After that, we split up into 2 groups. And now this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing.
Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us.
You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love?
That's not it at
That's
all.
fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulation's very clear about that.
Oh, that's right. There's a rule that says you can kill only a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a third murder. If they were to break that rule... I'd mince ya! Mince ya without a second thought. Mince ya, grind ya, turn ya into paste. Wait, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish? Like shrimp or crabs? Indeed.
Let's see.
So, since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew that Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words,
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies.
The 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed and their bodies have been hidden. Anyone without an alibi, the only one who could have done it is Hiro. But, is he really the killer? And what about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
what?
Hey, Makoto, what's the matter?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Whatever. We need to find those bodies. Our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then,
Very well. Let us split up and begin searching.
but
But,
There is no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
cause I mean,
I know that, I think I do, but...
Hina.
If you're still nervous, I'll come with you.
huh?
Okay, thank you.
No need to thank me. Let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything.
I could have left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies. Alright, so... let's look in the art room. Maybe in the back. Oh, hello.
Huh?
Where could 2 dead bodies have disappeared to?
Damn.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Come on.
We need to search for the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that?
Alright. Huh? Door must be locked. Alright, do you have anything to say?
Huh?
Okay, no. Alright, we probably can't begin investigation yet. So... maybe we can find them. Probably not in here. I think they... Oh. Let's check the classrooms just in case. I doubt they'll be in here. Woo! Hello. You scared me.
Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository.
You mean?
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies have both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead.
The bodies were in the repository? Repository? Oh, was that in the art room? The room I was trying to unlock earlier? Are the bodies here somewhere? Alright, bye, Kyo.
I have to wonder where they could have been hidden.
What the heck is the repository? The doorknob turned. I guess it's unlocked, and I have no choice but to go inside. So I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... You know, we already knew they were dead. You had no reason to do that. The two bodies that disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement for a second time. Okay, that's weird. Hey, folks, we're doing...
A body has been discovered.
We're about to do some investigation.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Oh, but they were already dead. Sarah?
And so, here we are.
It's the Monokuma file!
Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen.
What?
It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
And make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later!
Well then, now that we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead, gone forever. They're never coming back. Awful. This is all just too awful. Suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large wet tears fell from her eyes. Tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. This was some world of make-believe that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes, but this wasn't a movie. Oh. swear, if he comes back to... What? This wasn't... What the hell?
He's alive again?
What?
Where am I?
What? I'm sorry?
Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi, why are you alive? You should have stayed dead.
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? Ah, that's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
Of course, it's not gonna be that easy. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. He really did die. What the hell? Absolute undeniable death. Yes, Phylexia, I was totally gonna cry over Hifumi's death. It's just so sad that it... Such a tearjerker. No matter how many more heinous tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again.
This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. The tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words.
He told us who the killer was, even though it probably isn't killer.
Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
That's the-
Yasuhiro Hakagure. That's the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words,
And with that, the case is solved.
Other people even killing Taka and Nifumi, and then going so far as to hide their bodies. Criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hero is?
What is this?
It's true, I can't forgive him. No way can I ever forgive him. To kill two of her friends.
fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. The trial includes that much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way.
It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Okay, now we can investigate. Or check the victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were killed both with a similar weapon. That's it.
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before.
Lexia, why do you want me to do an Irish accent?
That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway.
I suppose Phylexia, but I don't know who I would give an Irish accent to. I'm not just gonna do it out of the blue. Especially without practice.
Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while.
Kyoko? Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice?
An accomplice?
An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question.
What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I, during the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
An accomplice could still be possible. It's just gotta be some reason behind why the other person would help out.
So then,
So you're saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in the murder.
phew.
Only one blackened can graduate, an accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
Well,
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action.
True blackened. So just one person?
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants.
So yeah, there's probably an accomplice here. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case at all.
You may be right.
If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
however,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone to suspect just in case? Talking about the Murphs and Genocide Jack.
What?
I'm offended.
When did you?
I've been looking all over you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anywhere. You there, Milksack, Swarm's girl.
Huh?
Milksack?
You've gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know.
He's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was lying unconscious in the equipment. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. Hey, don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina?
Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin.
This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Nope. These big cold bodies laying on the floor. It's a really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? The nurse's office, where he was discovered to hear the repository. All the way from the first to third, and all without anyone noticing. How the hell? No good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a bullet to the head. Away from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Wait, something's off about his body. Why am I getting the feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. Oh, his glasses are gone. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. Now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Very particular. Taka will never move again. According to the Monokuma, Taka died from a blow to the head. Found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? His tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to cover Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved? Alright. Now... hang on. Let me check over here. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and choppy stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this hammer isn't dirty at all. It's wet. Someone wash it recently? Alright, so it's completely spotless. What is ask? Like, Kira, do you think Kira really did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died.
Yeah, he said Hiro's
So,
name.
in other words,
There's no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity? Why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered.
Hiro would be that dumb, to be fair. Yeah.
Because he's the fool of the century, you see.
I mean, he is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hanging there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
Well, if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing two people?
What?
Because all the rule says, if you kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught, but killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
What's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
Mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figure something out, but if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Alright. Hina.
So,
Yeah, Mikado, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's body disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but...
And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. Couldn't get inside. It was locked. Yeah. We came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. Might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Alright, so... obviously we're not going to do that now. Let's talk to Sakura and see if she has anything.
There are too many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then,
Yes,
Would
I
you
would
like
like
my
your
help?
help. Yeah, let's look back on things.
This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall. Ina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search.
And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared.
After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me.
Oh, wait, that's my line. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock.
Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. Then right after that,
Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather...
Oh, sorry.
I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. He's blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared. And then...
Huh? What's that?
Came from downstairs. It must have been...
Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. Spat, come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse, which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However,
But at that same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
That's when I showed up and told you by Kuma that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you and me and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. As soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Alright, we already read that, so... We hurried back to the nurse's office, discovered that his corpse was in fact gone.
Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room.
This time Taka's body had disappeared. So from there we began our search for both of the missing bodies, and after some time,
Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
and there we rediscovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
Oh, hello. This dolly doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before, but I guess it's used to move statues. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh, but wait. Ooh. So that's how they were able to move the bodies. I think this is in the equipment room when we found Taka's body. Look at that wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Repository dolly has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I think that's everything. Let's make sure. There's only one way in and out of this room. There's the door that Hina said was locked before. Definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. And when they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. Now, Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beamed them to the repository. So that turns someone had to be in the room. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check someone else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Kifumi was found. Then the equipment room, where Taka was found. Alright, let us go. Because I'm probably gonna go to that one room first, because really bad feeling. There, Sarah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm sure nothing's bad gonna happen to Celeste, maybe, I don't know. Alright, so there's a blood stain. So I'm kind of tired of Mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me, about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Has been added to the truth bullet sections of your handbook. But even if dolly was used to move Taka's body, about Fumi? Fumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. It's still a total mystery. harp. It felt like I've seen it before, and just recently too. I wonder what could possibly be you're remembering, Mikado. Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away.
What?
Super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Alright, I think there's more here. This is an important case I just need to forget about. Okay. Oh, damn it, no. Maybe if I look at it again? Okay, no. Maybe talk to her again? Nope. Okay. Let me check just to make sure. Did I get the necessary stuff? It's her. Oh yeah, I got the clue here, so I think I should be done here then. So now to head to the nurse's office. Actually, I think I should go back up to check out the rec room again, just to see if there's anything there worth noticing. Yes. Was she really attacked with this Justice Hammer 1? But what the heck is with this thing? Okay, just wanted to check that in case there was any evidence associated with that. Weird. Well, Celeste is here. Just Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body, but left the hammer behind. Alright, I'm gonna be right back for a moment, so Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Alright, so I think... hang on. Sure, I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just peek. Bunch of blood Oh. Tell me though, I'm not a vampire. Oh. Okay, maybe they didn't use that. What are you investigating, Celeste?
I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going round, seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you?
Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. Main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh?
When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Kino was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom.
And when you got back, the body was gone?
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Fumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so.
Carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple minutes is... I can't think of anything less than impossible. Oh, there's a trash can over there. It's just a normal trash can. Wait, there's something inside. Oh, it's a... It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glass cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. It's also covered in blood.
Oh.
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? Oh wait, that's your line, I'm sorry. It's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. This cleaning cloth has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. I think that's all there is here. Because I didn't get anything for that.
So this is where you were. I've been looking for you.
You have?
I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this.
Me and Dino. This note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right?
You remember well.
Well, the penmanship was very remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap.
What is?
Things grow ever more exciting.
What are you talking about?
I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
As Hero's message has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. You said go to Hero's room, but what's it waiting for me there? Well, let's go to Hero's room. Door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Baiku did say, oh look, it might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. Oh, it's Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where do you even get it from? More important, he still hasn't turned up, which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Okay. I think there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and oh, something's made of. It looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? It's in Hero's room. But wait, these blueprints. Thinking about them bothers me. It's a normal bed, pretty much just like the one in my room. Oh! Yeah, you're right. It is bad handwriting, so whoever did it... I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How's the bathroom even get this dirty? I think that's all there is in here. Makoto, big news, big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hero wearing a costume.
Okay.
As soon as he can, head to the pool on the second. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. Ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Kyoko and...
I mean...
Phew! Man, I've had the worst day. Hero? First we're talking to you. Hero?
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh, who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Okay. Nina? Robo Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him.
Apparently, that ridiculous object is Hero. I'd ask Kyoko for the details if I were you.
Alright. And Celeste?
I am positive that is the suspicious individual that attacked me.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and he woke him up.
Don't be mean.
Still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared off some without a trace.
Well,
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't. Never mind.
it's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. And then I woke up and then I was here.
I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Well,
Let me out of here!
a little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong!
I didn't make the stupid frickin' thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Pretty sturdy, I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice, let's help him. Took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Free at last! Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume.
What? Hold on a second.
Honestly...
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
How do you know about the blueprints,
Is
Celeste?
that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
And it's obvious, the one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone.
That's terrible!
Was Hiro.
Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea, we won't want him killing anyone else. Tie me up? Hold on guys, I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, hacking blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costume attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna jerk about it, I will. Oh, messing about. He knows start putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
This is
I'm
adorable.
telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
Can't. No, if Hina took the suit back off again. Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's 'cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Okay, go ahead. Okay. It's my will. I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See, I told you it was impossible.
You are absolutely right. It seems this costume is made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But...
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence?
You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Cares? Here's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is why we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Someone, like, tell me? She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone. Hiro.
What the heck?
you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey Mikado, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed, Taka and Hifumi.
What?
2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So then,
Maybe it was well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Means
right.
alter ego. My god. Hero.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
No.
Uh,
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, and then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
Real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So-
No, hold on. Could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that. Really? Told you, someone's trying to set me up. Secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a try, you still gotta check, right? Preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Oh, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
You gotta believe me. I would hurt a fly.
As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
For serious?
Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins.
Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why did you kill and tell us, Hero? Well, it's like I said.
The worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broken, that's why.
Please.
Someone help me?
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we have a bound and gag you.
If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
Right, I need to look for the second suit and that note. Pete, don't fail me now. So I better get back on guard duty. I was gonna ask Toker or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. Reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So Mikado, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
I mean, you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
We have to hurry. The class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Then I guess we should head that way for now. Unless they've been moved again. That'd be some shit. Oh yeah, Skur is on guard duty, isn't she? Yep, she's on guard duty, so they can't possibly have taken the bodies again. I mean, Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then...
Now then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
Monokuma's right. The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. So we gotta look at the bodies again. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Fumi's massive corpse. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, all the way from the first floor. I just can't see how that's possible. When we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. Now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that and why? Alright. He was killed by a blow to the head. He must have been struck with just his hammer 4, which was laying on the floor in the equipment room. There's a tarp laid out under his body. Killer must have used it to... Yeah, I think it's Hifumi that was an... I think it's possible Hifumi was the one who is the accomplice. That way it won't leave any bloodstains as it was moved.
I see.
Kodo, I found some. You did? You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand? He did? Are you so oblivious to people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a watch?
So then...
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his counter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Taka's irritated voice pierced. Oh yeah.
In other words...
So if it had worked at 10 last night, it could have been broken at 6 p.m. Which meaning it must have been 6... It must have happened at 6 this morning. Ah, so he was already dead before 7 o'clock.
However...
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. Appears to be grip. Oh. Right, there's something white there.
Makoto.
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
Because...
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. Much I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. His cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. Piece of paper? Hey. Is that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. It's a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that. Oh, Kyoko then turned to Fumi's body.
So then...
Let's check Kufumi's body now. Perhaps he's left a few clues of his own. Oh, damn it. Okay, and... Alright, I have to talk to you again. So, did you find anything? More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper?
That's right.
Fumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hid it on purpose, you see. His pants. Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know. know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead. Ed Makoto, open it up. Think of how it was stuffed down his pants. It's like, better be important for me or I'll never forget you. I'll never forgive you for this. A note? On the whole, maybe we can use to escape. Akuma can't. Yeah.
so...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. And he was telling us the truth.
However,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Time is different. Hiro told us his note said to me at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Fumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m. Oh, it's they're different notes.
is that right?
Hold on. Just because Fumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you explain a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then...
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. No Fumi has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. 2 victims this time definitely have their ebooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said is they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where handbook may play a role. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. Alright. Oh, and now we're ready to do the trials.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well. Hey. No, that's fine. It's okay. That's my cute girlfriend. Okay. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Oh god, there's 2 of them. He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along at all.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine. And if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay, then, shall we?
I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. I didn't do it, for serious.
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note?
No, but...
Well, unfortunate. It would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down here first. Then the story can really begin.
Good idea. That's right. Have to do it. Can't let everyone who ever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. One who killed Hifumi and Taka, the one who killed two of our friends. Killer is the one right here.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes.
Are you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. This trial will be over in no time.
That's so.
hey,
The story begins when we get down there. Damn, there's not a lot of students left. I've just now realized that. It wasn't me, you gotta believe me.
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. Alright. Let's go. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. Began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, course closed on their own. Yeah, I have a feeling I know who did it too, but we'll see. It could end up like last trial where we didn't suspect who did it, so. And the still box began to move. Looking at the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Till we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. Elevator doors slid open, going up onto a cruel fate.
When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute!
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yoo-hoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats.
So current open once again. Yep. Alright. And I think there's gonna be voice acting for the rest of this, so I'm gonna turn off screen share.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, so let's look through our clues. Akuma, Futart, Dale, Fumi's glasses, spotless hammer, repository door, bloodstain, cloth, Celeste account, Yashihiro's message, blueprints, Justice costume, yeah, Hero's account, wristwatch, scrap of paper, note Fumi had, and a handbook. Wait, where was that one note, actually? There we go. Yeah, that's definitely gonna come up. What's our skills? Oh, what? Oh, we can only have one focus at a time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that one. Okay. So with that said, let's our third trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
So now we gotta prove Hiro's innocent, because it's obviously not him.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know!
Hiro really the killer, or is there anything else? We have to make that clear. Alright, so now we have to figure this out. That's the Hero's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Hero, I don't like you, but at the same time, you do make me laugh, so.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
It had to be... Okay, it's Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Would have been funny if I chose Tina.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Alright, we know.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The dolly.
I got it!
So one more thing. Blue tarp, right?
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There was blood on the tires, so...
Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Damn, Celeste! I thought we had something going!
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
I thought we were friends. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change her mind. I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Absolutely. Talk about reloading. I'll add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it'll cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single mark. Can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked you are on. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the temp. Wait. Wait, are we doing the rhythm thing now? Oh, we're doing the rhythm thing now. Oh no.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere.
Okay, damn it. Hang on. Look over this again because I forgot how to do this. Lock on. Okay. Reload tab key, so. Alright.
Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Okay,
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
There we go.
I cannot agree.
This should prove it. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Alright, so we'll adjust his costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
That should, yeah, there we go.
No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember? When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Because you can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off with...
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Nah.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yep. No spoilers, doo-doo. 960. But yeah, we're currently doing this murder case. Alright, thanks. I appreciate it. Sorry, just throwing that out there.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt?
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Oh wait, but wasn't... The blueprints were Robo-Justice, so...
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Yep.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that...
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Hmm.
And then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor, to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Oh yeah, this... Yep.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again. But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka, or to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find him no matter what. Alright, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to use the flashback mechanic again. But let's look through here first.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
No, they weren't. Alright.
So, regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came last.
Damn it!
What makes you say?
Because of the number.
It's true that while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Actually, would it be the numbering and not... Okay, it's a good thing I missed that one, because, like, I'm pretty sure...
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh! Okay! Then what's the just... Damn it.
So,
oh wait, would I have to use the flashback
I
thing?
wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay, so do I... Should I use the flashback to argue the order, or should I just hit the other one? Can tell by the numbering on them. Was killed using Jack. We can tell what order. Should I flashback the order thing then? Yeah. The music. Yeah, the music's really good.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
There we go. Okay, I figured it out.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Ah, damn it. Another Hangman scam it. I'm scared. Okay. Rest. There we go.
Now I understand. I've got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night... So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
Alright, Sarah. Later. Have a good dinner.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true! We're all in the clear!
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
That's not bad. Totally bad, Gus.
If that's true, where's the tape?
Yeah, there's no tape.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third, in that short
It's
amount of
impossible.
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Dun dun dun!
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... Ghost?
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The glasses. Yep. Broken wristwatch.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Oh wait, hold on.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
It was only made once because they found Taka.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
I might have to flashback that
And you
statement.
know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance
he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
I'm gonna let it play out one more time
Hifumi's
just
dead body
in
had
case.
been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yeah.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance
No, Hifumi was dead, and you know that.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Oh, damn it.
Shoot!
Okay, there's a contradiction. Okay,
Are
hang
you
on.
saying that when we first found
Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he would?
No, it
Ooh,
is
shit.
impossible. Hifumi was dead.
Without, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. Hifumi's dead.
Dead body, and that is why the
Ah,
announcement
no!
was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice. I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Alright, so Fumi probably actually died for real in that room.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Alright, so it's the glasses. Or it should be the glasses. Yep.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
I'm starting to notice the pink
In fact,
words are
there
being
was
more
one
intrusive
clear
now.
difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles. From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for
emergencies.
Nice. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
It was Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The note.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
That's kinky.
His pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Ah, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been... I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scared, but still, can't let her get to me. Alright, I'm gonna take another bathroom break. Ooh. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
Oh, shit.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Alright, so we have broken wristwatch and Fumi's glasses.
Huffy had the note, right?
Oh, it's
Then
a
the person
broken
it was
wristwatch.
intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
There we go. That was an easy one to figure out.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
Then again, the last time was kind of easy to think about. It was just me overthinking, but yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Oh, because the ripped.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note...
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa, yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Nah, he's dead.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Damn,
Who are you
Jill.
calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain.
Yeah, I'm
lurking
surprised
around that
too.
skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma
There
file
was
makes it
no
clear
blood
that
on
they
the
were
hammers,
killed
I
using
think.
similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
The spotless hammer.
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Alright. The spotless hammer, yep. Hey.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around
Yes,
so freely
Alexia?
with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Oh my god.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers!
There we go.
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at
Yeah?
all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones.
I'm not sure what you mean, Flexia.
And even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that was the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
At least that's what we saw first, but... okay. Okay, the hammer's back again, so I might have to do flashback.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rule...
Alright, let's pause real quick. So... yeah, it's gotta be a flat... I'm looking through this again.
Even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Sorry. I think I have to flash back her statement.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
That is. But that only really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Based on the rules that even if more than one,
only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive, assuming the rule holds true.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
No, I've never played any of the Phoenix Wright games.
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents.
Oh.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Yeah, you missed that. Ever made to convince us the 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. That's why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
True killer manipulated Fumi to carry out a number of actions and then murdered him. The debates of the tale. The way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Was it you?
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that
Shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Damn.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
And counting the suspicious individual.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush, the adults are talking now.
Rude.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
she let out a blood-curdling scream.
And when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
Yep.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
I did not imagine that Hifumi.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Is it? It doesn't really sound sexual to me. It just sounds really fake. Which I think was the point.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Must be really enjoying this.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Alright, I have a feeling I have to flashback again. Because this is about
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Alright, I have to...
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh wait, I have to flashback his, I bet.
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die. And that is all.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious what was so strange about Celeste's comment.
All I said, they must really enjoying
The sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like the...
There we go.
No, that's wrong. That's right.
I don't know about
There's
that,
no
folks.
reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And
Nope, that's not what happened.
Then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away...
I got it!
Yeah.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Mm-hmm. Yay! More arguments. God damn it.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
I'm pretty sure it's the costume.
You dressed me up in that, then you just draped it. You tried to make me look
like I said, as you can see in the picture. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
No, that's wrong. No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You can't move your limbs.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly! You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying? When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Damn, Celeste.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Shoot!
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
I got it!
There you go.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Damn.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Don't give up then. Oh, hey. The handbook. Yeah, use the handbook.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
Oh damn, there's not a lot of time
How many
here.
times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg. God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
How did I miss?
that's the only truth there is, moron!
Hifumi was trying to... He wanted us to know the killer. If there's one person...
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times?
Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me...
There we go.
No, that's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
No, Flexia, I want it.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Oh god.
Because... Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed
It's
light
the
on all your
comic book
crimes.
building
And
time.
that'll bring everything to an end.
Yay, comic books. Was it seduction? Was it this? I know it's the poster, but I'll come back for that one later. It's this one. What time? Who was it? Okay. Camera, right? What time? What number was it? It was number 4. Oh hey, I'm in the comic. What did he use? Was it the hammer? I think that's it. I'll have to come back for that one later. Okay, it was just this hammer 3. Dolly, right? God damn it. Alright, so that's there. Yeah, the art is so good in this game. What did he use? I'm trying to remember. Right, it was 2. I think I got it.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Okay, so I got everything except for that first one, I think. Damn it. Section, yeah, the oh, hang on, this might be it actually.
The killer is you.
Let's try this again.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder, and that person was
There we go.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. They drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Yeah, you can say with okay, Drac.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
yep, we're just wrapping this up.
We left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Yeah. And then after this, we might have another rhythm game play.
He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Yeah, Sarah, it's like it's who you think it is.
That's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time.
There, Sarah. I'm gonna give you head pats later. It's gonna be okay.
So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again,
see, Sarah, now you know how I felt when Sayaka died.
He snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But
God
even
damn it.
Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
There we go.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Oh, she doesn't even have the accent anymore.
Interesting.
I did really good in this case, actually. Like, I barely screwed up. Oh, damn, that's a lot of medals.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time. The true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. Guess trying to work with someone was a mistake after all. Fumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. Sure, she relied on her speciality, lying. Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but... It was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were super into. Does she mean... You talking about alter ego?
Say what?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. How sad.
In other words...
And you're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting, how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually...
I was hoping I could talk to you... I was hoping I could talk to you alone. This is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
What?
Are you okay with
It was
this?
Taka. He stole it. What?
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see? Turned out I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to take to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Fumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? He was supposed to yell at you. Click to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He He threatened me.
Oh,
As for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice. It's a crime. It's an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but...
Say what?
Never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. And basically something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable.
Oh, damn, Hifumi.
most unfortunate.
Wait, please, if you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. He has made you his target.
What?
You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you.
indeed.
Now you can keep her to himself. At best.
Completely unforgivable.
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? How could I?
I swear I will save her!
actually,
And would you like to join me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. I've devised a way to claim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. What that is complete. What are you talking about? Nothing. Agreed without a second thought. The fact that item had on him was remarkable. Power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him was to do something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place. So why do you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're... Oh my god. That's it?
Let's see.
In that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad that your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. It must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Fumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's trying is, what was Fumi supposed to do after that? Assuming you had actually let him live.
Are you okay with
That's
this?
simple. After he did his part, pretended to be dead once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded, he was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. You really believe that? Well, of course, that was all there to it. As I explained to it to Fumi, the plan was, while you were questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Fumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that and he believed it. Seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of employment. In fact, Fumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. Of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead to himself. How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? Was it really just for money? Talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered that? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But...
All along, you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch! Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. Yeah, Celeste clearly did it for more selfish reasons, or at least so far. So, granted, Mondo killed Chihiro for selfish reasons, but it was more sympathetic in this case. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch! This is fine.
I had a dream. Something life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
There was no way I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. And what's this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Castle? Oh my god. Gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. It's going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I attained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was only my dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. Got right to the edge, but
there is nothing to be done.
Fortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind, so I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I felt nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why are you scared? Ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can't even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious, and that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated into a slime, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
Just get executed again. Well, I smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. That statement itself must have been her final lie, and that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Chills, chills, kills! Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone.
Bye,
Perhaps we'll meet again
Celeste.
in another life.
So what is Celeste's punishment going to be like? Yeah, I know you liked her, Sarah. Oh damn. She has that smile. Oh damn, she huge. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh. She gonna scream. She's still smiling. Oh my fucking god. Oh! Oh my god, you can't be serious. Okay, I like that. Off my guard off, just it's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pet her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. For him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Here, you son. Here, I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
Throw in the trash if you let me out of here.
Too bad.
Oh, I'm embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. It's my destiny to knock you down one by one. Sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna keep us going through this, and what do you want from us? I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest, alright? So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
What's the deal with that?
What?
What's the matter?
So then...
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey.
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting.
Oh. You have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? What's that mean?
Hello. Well... See ya later!
Hi, Monokuma. Preston in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko. Monokuma already mentioned it, but... What's that key that Celeste gave you? Most likely... It's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. And that means... Celeste probably hid in there.
Hey!
Suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check. Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. We approached the dressing room. Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey.
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later. Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? She spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
So I mean, why you? You're so risk of a spy, you know. And I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Here it's just arguing, just drawing more attention to us. Do whatever you want. Thank you, bye,
Well,
Kira.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to dining hall, okay? So, Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that think what I mean? I think it means? Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I had to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me, Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and locked the door. I didn't betray Hina! But Makoto betrayed Hina. I did nothing.
You're really cold.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? Safe, thank goodness. I've never heard Kyoko so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the whole time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon, maybe as early as tomorrow. Do my best, so please just wait a little while longer. Now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this is concerned, sure, but let me take a second since we have this opportunity. I want you to be honest with me. Kiko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at school? Is that why you want to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. You don't need to know. It just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like, what happened during the investigation Thursday? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Not worrying without explanation? And you did that.
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too? No! I believe in you. You believe in me? Is that obvious? People believe in their friends, right? And that's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... Heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was... Well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come, and when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. In the strange closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom closet, but could Kiko really be right about this? Alright. Just a normal closet as far as I can tell. See what Kyoko told me about. Could it really be here? She said it was way back of the storage closet. I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly as if I were being yanked in. Same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what's going on. Falling through the back of the storage closet. Huh? Turned out, back door was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko said.
Correct.
There's a secret room. So this is the secret room. What's in here? Just a normal desk with normal doors. There's a bunch of files and what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf. Excuse me, sorry. Hope's Peak Academy student registers. Yeah. It's the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? Slipped the file into my hand. Before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell at the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I couldn't understand if it said, I can't leave, or you, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. A strange sensation. Feels like deja vu. The words, you must not leave, I've seen somewhere before, but can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Ooh! The sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Ow! Apparently something hit me. I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The whole... Yeah! I got banged against the head. Well, those are gone. Empty bookshelf. empty. Gone. It's all gone. The books, the student rush, read the and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The instant pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. Body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Now I made it to the first floor of the school. The more I walked, the more I felt things were getting blurred. I can't see it in front of me. I couldn't stop from collapsing right there. After that, so from a fast distance, I heard a sound. It's faint but undeniable. That sound is coming from the gym? As I desperately hold my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here, in the gym? Oh. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door. The sounds coming from inside me will only intensify that much more. What the hell? For more their raged body beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but progress, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
I'm sorry, what?
I've
Deal?
made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
No.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this. You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? Mastermind spy is... Exter... Huh. Oh hey! I got that. Yes, I would like to save data. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. Because... Alright, yeah, that was it. God, that's crazy. Huh. Alright, so I think I'm gonna end it there. Not sure what's gonna happen next time. But we're gonna find out. I'll probably be streaming next Wednesday. But with that said, I'm gonna head off now. Later.